Philippians 4 verses 11 to 12. Prosperity in a material world. Philippians 4 verses 11 to 12. 11. Not that I speak from need, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. 12. I know how to get along with little, and I also know how to live in prosperity. In any and every circumstance I have learned the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need.
Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a sermon titled The Three Evils of Society. Those three evils are racism, militarism, and materialism. If any nation is guilty of all three, it is the United States of America. During the time of Dr. King's civil rights movement, the U.S. was in a meaningless war with Vietnam. The U.S. really had no business in that war or even in that country. Millions of American taxpayers' dollars were being paid for the Vietnam War, and many Americans were dying in a battle that no American really wanted. The government of the U.S. was spending less money on its own issues. The U.S. has many fatherless children, not enough jobs, food or homes, or even medical care. The sin of want, greed, and worldly treasure is too much. The government and the people are both guilty of it. Many so-called Christians worship God in a false promise He will make His followers wealthy. Many people want wealth because they buy luxurious items like fancy automobiles, mansions, and jewelry. That kind of behavior exalts self, and children of God are to exalt the Lord, not themselves. When Dr. King was assassinated in 1968, his net worth was $250,000, and he was at a cheap motel. Many religious leaders of the same status as Dr. King have stayed much more expensive in luxurious hotels than where he died. The government itself knows that even when Americans say they love God, it really loves bling bling more. Dr. King said the language of riots is unheard of, or no one is really listening, and do you want to know why? When riots break out because of some social injustices, material items are stolen from department stores, as if a 20-inch TV was the genuine desire. The reason Dr. King said a violent riot is a language unheard of is that two wrongs correct nothing, it is only returning evil for evil. Most religions have the same teaching and belief in common, and that is the sin of materialism. A person must be content with what they have, otherwise, they will never have a tranquil relationship with God or self.
Exodus 20 verse 17. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male slave, or his female slave, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor.
The reason the 10th commandment exists is that God wants us to be happy with our own blessings. Christians should not gaze after other people's possession, or lust will drive us to steal or hurt from the owner to get what is really theirs. The number of crimes that happen because people covet what belongs and go after it no matter what it takes is meaningless evil. Lottery winners end up regretting the money they won or go wealthy to the poor quickly. No, Jesus, no peace is correct. A blessing without the love for the Lord in a person's heart, and without being content with what you and I have, or exists in the heart of a person who isn't happy with what God has given them. We are God's possession. Our possession is a blessing He gives us, but we are not letting our possession possess us, so much so that our lives become like slave labor trying to gain our possession. Don't make money, silver, gold, or the possessions you have or want your God. Be a bondservant of the Lord, love, and support others. That is how God's commandments are obeyed and where the true pursuit of happiness is. God bless you all. The Lord Jesus loves you, and so do I.